Now, this doesn't work for every Ishmael Lyria. Disclaimer, there will be some exceptions.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Okay, something was brought to my attention last week, and I apologize. I forgot who it was. If you were watching, please tell me that this was you. Last week, we were doing our Guild War, and somebody told me that an instant win team against Lyria Ishmael was Amira Tank. When you see Lyria Ishmael on the opposing team, Amira, Nebula, Sebastian, Lara, Aiden is a safe choice. Okay, it's a safe choice here. It's just a lot of critical hit. They don't have enough damage to kill Amira with Aiden back there. All right. You want to have Oliver on Amira. Nebula is not going to be dodging because of the enemy Lyria, but Ishmael is going to miss. A lot of the physical attackers are going to miss because Amira has that wish that causes agility heroes that have crit to miss. So there's just not that much damage. There's just not that much damage that can go out. It's not a 100% win rate, but it is a good high win rate, and it's one that I used effectively in today's Guild War. So Amira, Nebula, Sebastian, Lara, Aiden. Okay, and here are the pets. Now, this doesn't work for every Ishmael Lyria. Disclaimer, there will be some exceptions. Ishmael Lyria, Orion, maybe it doesn't work. I don't know. But in today's Guild War, I had an opportunity to go up against a variation of that team, and I used the exact same team because I just kind of wanted to see how it would work, how it would do. We have Astaroth and Fafnir instead of Lara Croft and Aiden. Okay, so no heals here. This team got a lot closer to taking me down, but not that much closer. Okay, there was a second there that I thought that I was going to time out, but ultimately Ishmael by himself cannot defeat this team. And whenever it was just Ishmael by himself at the end, I knew it was just a matter of time. All right, Astaroth's down. Sebastian's going to go down pretty quick. Lyria is just going to get beat up. You know, Lyria is a strength-based hero, which means she has higher health, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Now, there is the potential that Fafnir could help Lyria stay alive longer. There is a potential that Fafnir could keep Ishmael up or strong enough to counter my Amira before the agility wish spell went off. Right, and again, the wish causes any agility-based hero with critical hit stat to miss for like 9 seconds or something like that, which is a long time and plenty of time for Aiden to heal back up. Right, plenty of time. Of course, we have Nebula doing the spot healing as well. See all those misses, miss, and the wish ended. So I was like, oh no, am I gonna be able to kill this guy? He healed all the way back up to full. Look at that, all the way back up to full, but without any other support behind him, it was just a matter of time until he got blown up with an earth-shattering kaboom. One of the coolest things about Amira is just the big damage hits. I have Lara. So yeah, that is true. That is true. Lara Croft in this team is definitely a problem and one that I recognize. Okay, it's definitely one that I recognize. So Lara goes a long way in stun locking teams that feature Sebastian in the third position or further back. Okay, anytime you see Sebastian in the third position or further back, but Lara Croft didn't win me this game. Kevin, it's hard to say. You got to be comparable to the enemy team is the best thing that I can tell you. Kevin asks, how high do you have to level Amira for this team? Does she have to be fully maxed? Your Amira has to be comparable to the enemy team. Mine is maxed. My Amira is completely maxed out here, but I'm facing a team that has maxed heroes. All right, Lyria, Ishmael, Seb, and Neb. Yeah, I think Nebula stands in the wrong position for that, though. But that is true. This is a Lara Croft feature team. There are other versions, and maybe without Lara Croft, maybe using Polaris instead, maybe using... Because we can't forget that Ishmael and Lyria are both weaker to magic damage than physical damage. They both are. They just are. So, Polaris could be good. Heidi could potentially be good. You could use... Heidi could be good because of the blind. Heidi blinds front row, so he could be good because of the blind. Blinding Ishmael, blinding Lyria could be good. Hard to say though. Hard to say. Is Lara Croft carrying or is it truly Amira? But whoever it was in my chat, you know what? I think it was Polly T. Was it you, Polly T? That was me. Yeah. This is why I love the live stream. This is why I prefer live streaming to just doing video, because I get so much fun I got so much fun ideas. Polly T, thank you so much. If you have any suggestions as who we could use instead of Lara Croft here, I'd love to hear it. Love to hear it. Not that it's going to matter like in a month now, because all we're going to be talking about is how to beat Gus and how to level Gus and all of that. I attempted to use the Amira team versus, let's see here, where we go. Here we go. I attempted to use the Amira, Nebula, Sebastian, Lara, Aiden team, which is a sure win against Lyria Ishmael. I expected to lose this fight. I expected to lose this fight on a timeout, and you're going to see it in a second, just what it is. So this team on the left is basically an auto win for every iteration of Lyria Ishmael, especially if Sebastian is on that team. Amira, Nebula, Sebastian, Lara, Aiden is basically a guaranteed win against that team. People have started noticing this and started using Rufus as their main tank. Okay, so I'm not gonna bother to fast forward this or anything. I time out against Rufus here, and I kind of expected it. So what I would say, if you are seeing a ton of Lyria Ishmael Sebastian teams on your server, if you are seeing a lot of those in Guild War, in Arena, in Clash of Worlds even, then you're going to have to level up Jet. And the reason why I say Jet and not Morgan is, sorry Viking if you're watching, sorry Guild if you're watching, I swapped Nebula and Morgan. Morgan counters Rufus, obviously, right? I swapped these two. I thought the armor penetration that Morgan gets would be nice with, Sebastian, Lara Croft, all that. It really wasn't the correct hero to swap out. To swap out. Blech. I should have probably dropped Sebastian, kept Nebula, dropped Sebastian, added Morgan, Amira, Nebula, Lara, Aiden. Like that would have been the team, right? Kept Nebula in for the damage and used Chorus instead of Axel. I think that might have been the correct play. But additionally, I think if I just had Jet, that would have been a good play also. Your eyes are bleeding. Jet is big bad. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Jet is a counter to Rufus as well. You don't have to play on manual mode, though it is helpful. It is helpful because of this ability. No, Potion of Fatigue, Poisoned Flask at the closest enemies. Affected enemies cannot regenerate health for 8 seconds. So this blocks Rufus's revive, right? And not a bad artifact to go with the team, right? You're countering a physical attacking team, Lyria Ishmael, having an extra armor artifact. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all. So yeah. If you are leaning into that Lyria Ishmael team, which I'm not necessarily seeing a ton of, but if you are leaning into it or seeing it a lot, I should say, then you're going to need to have Jet or some other way to win. We had a little bit of discussion about it yesterday. Just thought I would add to it. Okay. Sorry, Viking.